We start tonight with that breaking news in Southern California.
We are not out of danger.
And, your heart is just like, oh, my goodness, what folks have been through walking through the area, breathing in the air. Kind of describe that for us.
Well, people have snuck in because everybody wants to know if anything is left. But the problem is that currently there are still active fires. They're spot fires. They're not heavy, but we have exposed gas lines and the power is shut off. But the lines that are hanging they still have electric charge. So it's very dangerous. I feel like while a lot of us are grateful that we're getting footage and people are seeing what's there, I've been told by the fire department to tell all of my friends and clients and neighbors not to go.
Welcome back to our channel. I'm John, the CEO, your technology and business master. I have more comments after this. Let's keep going.
Eaton fire.
Her granddaughter is speaking out tonight in an emotional interview with Eyewitness News as they continue to search for closure.
Tonight, a family holding out hope. Their 95-year-old grandmother, Delise Curry, known to family as Mama D, remains unaccounted for after the devastating Eaton fire.
Expert Nicole brought dry fire hydrants. Nicole, have you ever seen that?
Absolutely, I have. We have done that. We've seen that before. The issue in this situation is there's a reservoir. It holds 117 million gallons of water. That reservoir has been out of commission due to a tear in the cover that is to protect the water. So because it was out of commission, it was unable to feed the water to the hydrant. This is why those hydrants...
Hold on. Nicole, you are telling me in one of the most arid areas of our country, okay, knowing that there are Santa Ana winds, knowing that this is fire season, there was a tear in the cover on a 117 million gallon reservoir, so we couldn't get at the water. That's a simple yes, no, Nicole.
That's correct. You're absolutely correct. It's closed for repairs.
Okay, did nobody know about the tear in the cover?
Yes, that's why it was closed for repairs.
Welcome to our deep dive into how cutting-edge AI and digital twins technologies can transform water management in California and how it can also work here in Texas as well. From artificial intelligence and IoT to cloud computing, we'll explore how these innovations can help guarantee a reliable and sustainable water supply for major catastrophes like this. But our thoughts and prayers go out to the growing number of victims in the most devastating, tragic fires in Los Angeles history. As I mentioned in a previous video, LA is my hometown, and this is a very, very sad chapter to see. What are the causes of such monster fires? There's a lot of finger pointing between the left and the right, with the Trumpster and his buddy-in-chief, billionaire Elon Musk, blaming California's chief executive, Gavin Newsom, the LA mayor, leaders of the LA Fire Department, DEI, all that stuff, right? So I'll show some of those clips, but I'm not really interested in all that drama. What I am interested in are the weaknesses of the current water management system and how their technology weaknesses are opportunities for entrepreneurs in our community and beyond to propose ideas to improve their system and ours right here in Texas to save lives, even around the country. The horrific perfect storm of things that led to the catastrophic LA wildfires hit the area all at once, leaving many homeless, lifeless, jobless, carless, and desperate for help. Both Pacific Palisades and Altadena, in two different areas of Los Angeles, both were completely or almost completely wiped out. The most common problem firefighters and other officials pointed to was the lack of water and water pressure in the hydrants. Even homeowners all across, didn't have water coming to their homes so that they themselves can turn their water hoses on the fires and hopefully, knock it out before the overwhelmed firefighters could even make it to their block. 'Cause, some of the firefighters couldn't even make it at all. So all around, it's a big tragedy. I hate to see it, but that's how we are now. So let me continue.
When fire hydrants ran dry in the Pacific Palisades, it sparked a wave of criticism and even misinformation.
Because Karen Bass didn't fill the reservoirs. So all the fire reservoirs were not, so the fire trucks are there, they couldn't pump water.
They cut the water off.
They don't have water.
Surveys show LA did have water, but amid widespread frustration and a report that a local reservoir in the Palisades was offline and empty due to repairs, California Governor Gavin Newsom issued a review of Los Angeles Water and Power. Here's how the water supply system works and what we know about why hydrants ran out of water at the height of the Palisades fire. About 2/3 of LA County's water comes from sources outside of LA. And because LA is surrounded by mountains and hills, much of that water has to be pushed up to higher elevations.
When we hear there is no supply of water to the water hoses and hydrants and all that good stuff, we have to start digging deeper and ask, how did this failure of water supply occur in the first place? Keep in mind that the key word here is supply. Indicates a supply chain, something I've talked about in previous videos. Every supply chain has a source, a distribution network, and then an endpoint where the supply is delivered to. The fact that fire hydrants didn't have any water means there was a major failure in the water supply chain somewhere. This, in turn, tells me that this supply chain was not properly monitored with alert notifications, or at least not enough or effective ones. Every step in the supply chain needs maintenance and monitoring to make sure things run smoothly and that failures are caught early before deadly fires like this one break out. So the following clip does a great job of explaining how a typical water supply chain system works.
Bird's eye view here of this FEMA command center where they are building a virtual tent city just next to the Malibu Country Mart near the Malibu Farmers Market land there. It is a massive lot where they are going to be here for the long haul, bringing in responders from all over the place. As you know, workers are coming in from all over the country and will be here for an extended period of time. But this just gives you an idea of this is about as close as they could possibly get. All the way out here to the Country Mart is about as close as they can get to an area with electricity to begin responding to this part of Malibu. Guys, back to you.
Before we discuss why the hydrant went dry, let's first understand the basic engineering of how it works. Although fire hydrants may appear simple on the surface, their functionality depends on a complex system hidden below ground. The structure begins with a concrete support base, which provides stability for the joint restraining gland. This gland secures the connection between the hydrant and its branch pipe, ensuring durability and resistance to pressure. The hydrant branch is then connected to a gate valve, which regulates the flow of water. This valve is enclosed by a valve box capped with a lid for accessibility. At the core of the system is the main supply line, which links the hydrant to a water tank or reservoir. These wet hydrants rely entirely on the main water supply and are interconnected with hundreds of other hydrants throughout the network. During a fire, multiple hydrants may draw from the same water supply simultaneously. While this interconnected design ensures wide coverage, it also means that high demand can overwhelm the system, leading to reduced pressure or even a complete loss of water flow. Understanding this engineering highlights the importance of maintaining robust water supply systems to support effective firefighting operations. The water system faced unprecedented pressure, experiencing 4 times its normal demand during the California fire. In just a 40-minute period, emergency services called for 40 strike teams of engines, equating to approximately 200 fire engines. To put this into perspective, these 200 engines were simultaneously connected to fire hydrants, all attempting to draw water from the same system at the same time. However, the water pipes are only designed to accommodate a limited flow. An additional issue arises when hydrants are located in uphill areas. These systems rely heavily on water tanks to provide enough pressure to push water through pipes to both homes and fire hydrants in elevated locations. When water levels in these tanks drop too low, the system loses the ability to maintain sufficient pressure. Without this necessary pressure, hydrants in uphill areas become non-functional, further hampering firefighting operations and leaving critical areas vulnerable. We'll take a look at what causes the dry functioning hydrants. This likely impaired the effort to protect some homes and evacuation corridors.
One of the most important developments is the use of AI and digital twins for predictive maintenance. Now, digital twins is a relatively new development in cloud computing that's kind of nerdy for non-tech people. But essentially, imagine instead of having to physically visit every water reservoir and fire hydrant for maintenance, you can simulate the entire end-to-end water supply in virtual reality in the cloud. That's roughly what digital twins let you do. I worked on an oil drilling project for a major energy company that used this technology to simulate doing maintenance to an offshore oil drilling platform. That same thing can be done for pumping water from the source to the hydrant. Every hydrant and every water distributor needs regular maintenance. The water source that supplies water to your home needs maintenance. By creating virtual replicas of physical infrastructure, utilities can forecast potential failures and schedule preemptive maintenance, ensuring a continuous water supply for your needs and for firefighting, most importantly. IoT devices like sensors and smart meters collect real-time data on water usage, quality, and infrastructure performance. This data is then analyzed by AI to detect anomalies and optimize operations. Imagine being able to address a sudden drop in water pressure before it becomes a major issue for firefighting, or detecting a combination of strong winds and decreasing water pressure levels, as well as the number of firefighters available for various areas. Note that when I say smart meter, I'm not referring to electric smart meters that some have blamed as being part of the problem. I'm leaving that topic alone on this channel. But I'll just say anything is possible with this highly unusual catastrophe. Instead, I'm referring to modern meters strictly for water utilization. Executive dashboards powered by cloud computing can visually track the top 10 most critical water supply problems that need immediate attention from leaders and other water management personnel. These dashboards, with pretty little flashing lights and graphics like you see here, provides leaders with a comprehensive view of the water management landscape, from mountains and lakes to rivers and pipelines into hydrants and your home, helping them make informed decisions and prioritize urgent issues. Imagine if this dashboard had blinking yellow and red lights for Pacific Palisades and Altadena as soon as water levels got really low and were detected and immediately alerted by the IoT devices on the ground and analyzed by digital twins for a proper emergency response. Now that's a lot of tech jargon for giving leaders advance notice every step of the water supply chain process when things go wrong. During emergencies like wildfires, AI and IoT can prioritize water distribution to critical areas such as Altadena and Pacific Palisades. And yes, even here in the Texas area like West Texas, and yes, even Dallas has droughts and fires too. Maybe not as big as LA, but they do have them. But this would ensure reservoirs, tanks, and fire hydrants and firefighting efforts receive the necessary support with AI. This targeted approach enhances the overall resilience of the water management system, even when water has to be pumped uphill through mountains from tanks. Beyond emergency response, these technologies promote sustainability. AI helps implement practices such as stormwater capture and groundwater recharge, reducing dependence on imported water and improving long-term water reliability. By embracing AI, IoT, and cloud computing, California, Texas, and other states can pave the way for a more efficient, resilient, and sustainable future with water management systems. Let's harness the power of technology to ensure a brighter future for all. For more information, check out the links in the description below. And for our young people out there looking for a lucrative career that can save lives, here's an area of STEM that will boost your income above the median income, which our community consistently stays in last place. I want you, yes you out there, to become technology leaders of tomorrow. Our people can do it. We can do this. And let's help places like LA use modern technology to manage water supplies better and more efficiently. Share this video to help it grow. Until the next video, brothers and sisters, take care. Thank you for watching. I'm John, the CEO, your business and technology master with over 30 years experience. If you're a business owner in need of technology guidance or a corporate executive who needs help driving your IT teams to implement your business vision in a quick, agile way, contact me today. Don't be like 80% of IT projects that fail for lack of vision and execution. I'll take care of it. Take care.